Okay, now the first question is, I hope I have this correct, is why I started this whole program. Because everyone in my family died prematurely of heart disease. I knew I carried the same genes that would predispose me to an early death from heart disease. I knew I couldn't change my genes, but I had the opportunity to change the expression of the genes. And that led me down this pathway of understanding what causes genes to turn on or turn off, and the answer was inflammation. So the key I knew to basically extend my lifetime was to basically be able to manage inflammation in my body the best I could. And if I was correct, then that knowledge would be useful to millions of others. For much of man's history, the primary killer was infectious disease. And that changed about 50 years ago, when the number one killer became non-infectious disease, things like heart disease. Now we've seen a transition that the number one health concern in the future is really metabolic disease, obesity, diabetes, and other diseases. Those diseases will basically, in many ways, threaten to destroy the healthcare system of every country. And yet we know that those diseases, they have a cause due to inflammation, and inflammation caused by the diet. So if we plan to practice good medicine in the future, we have to basically make diet our primary tool to basically control these metabolic diseases that threaten to destroy healthcare systems worldwide. The key thing about any research is coming to a conclusion that is justified by the science. But that means nothing unless you can transmit it to a larger society. So this is the key factor. What I want to do with the rest of my life is to develop a cadre of people who are interested in taking the research and applying it to larger groups of individuals. This is how all revolutions start, one person at a time. It's not done by a government, it's done by small groups of individuals who basically believe in the science and believe in the execution and education of the science to people who can basically benefit from science. Only at that point does science really have any benefit to society. Anybody looking to enter into medicine is entering into a noble profession because you're looking to help others. But oftentimes we have to look to the past to see into the future. Hippocrates, who was the father of modern medicine, gave the basic rules. 1, do the patient no harm. Find a way to help the patient without doing him harm. 2, he said, let food be your medicine, let medicine be your food. The number one drug of choice in the future has to be the diet. It's a challenge, but that diet is the foundation by which now basically the patient can repair themselves and heal themselves, and without doing harm. Is there a place for drugs? Of course there is, but only on the foundation of a strong diet. It's like building a house. You can build a house on sand or build a house on concrete. The house on concrete will last longer. That's what you want for the patient. You want to work with the patient to build that concrete foundation, and then, as an architect, fill in the rest of the house to make it strong for the patient. And it will take work. Is it worth it? Yes, it is. But to do otherwise, to basically ignore the power of food, is to do the patient great harm. And that would be contrary to the noble calling of being a doctor.